Boom! Here we go for another live stream. Most of you guys watching is going to be a replay, but I'm recording it live. And in this live stream, I'm going to be fixing this Traxxas X-Max 8S, my favourite RC car of them all. Well, this and the Raminator. This for awesomeness, this for general all-round everything. So, on the last video, on the main channel, this is the main channel by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, we jumped it, landed it quite hard, not that hard really, and it broke in half. So I don't know if it's because these plastics are getting weaker, or it was definitely cold, so that didn't help, or if it was already a bit weakened from a previous bash, and that just finished it off. But in any case, I've got all the parts here to fix it. We're also going to upgrade it. This is, I think, the best servo ever made for a Traxxas X-Max. It's just come out, nobody's ever heard of them, and we're going to see if we can fit it. Apparently, it's a direct replacement. Here's a stock servo, and if you look at this to different servos, normal servos, it's a completely different shape. So, if you want to fit a different servo other than this, because some people think this servo is not very good, I don't think they're that bad really, but there is better out there, obviously, just ready to run. You have to fit like a little cage thing, and sometimes you've got to cut some of the chassis out to make it fit. With this, going to go straight in. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Right, so I think what we need is new rear bulkhead. As you can see here, look, it's all broken. And then got top chassis here, because that is the only bit that's still holding it. And then here we've got the main chassis. So, good thing is, it's relatively cheap. I think this is about £20, $20, something like that. This is about the same. Probably looking at about £50 or $50 to fix this mess. Oh, minus this. Need a new wheel as well. So, right, let me put you on my tripod. We're going to start tearing it down and having a look to see what's going on. So, I just did a live stream literally a minute ago where we had it in portrait. Had it up the other way round because people on phones tend to like it that way. But nobody liked it. So we ended the stream and now we've put it back to this way round. So now, hopefully, the majority are going to be happy. Alright, get the glovage on, we'll start wrenching. Let me know in the comments what you guys have been doing. Oh, Antonio says, is this chassis number 3 now? No, a lot more than that now. These chassis lasted me for a very long time originally. And it took me like about 3, 4, 5 years to break just 2 chassis. But recently I'm breaking a lot more of them. So I'm not really sure why. So what do you guys reckon? I mean, another theory is I used to put WD-40 over all the plastics. Because at WD-40 it absorbs into the plastic and makes it softer and more flexible. And I've not done it for a while, so maybe it's that as well. I don't know. I'm going to try it again actually. We've completely cake an X-Max in WD-40. Yeah, that's junk. We're going to completely cake one in WD-40. And then try again on the durability. Do you buy the new Outcast 4S? I've got the last generation 4S and the one before that 4S, but now they come out with another one. And I have ordered them, but I haven't got them yet. Do you know what I should really do? Is get a brand new X-Max. I've got one up there actually. Do you know what? That's not a bad idea. So remind me at the end of the stream. I'll put that on my list of videos to make. Up there is a brand new that I've just got and not even run yet. Traxxas X-Max 8S. So maybe what I'll do is draw a line down the middle. One half WD-40, other half no WD-40. And then just use it for a while and to see which side holds up better. Yeah, we'll do that. Are you going to try the Traxxas Ultimates? I don't know, they're limited editions. So I don't know if I can get my hands on one. If I can get my hands on one, I'd love to. But it all depends if I can get my hands on one. Yeah, off with that. Let me know in the comments, people, what is your favourite RC car of them all? This is my favourite all-time RC car, the X-Max. For many reasons, you know, I like the size, being a bit bigger, they're easier to drive, They look cooler when they're bigger. They go over bumps better. It's fast. You know, out of the box it will do probably about 50 miles an hour, and you can make them go faster. They can wheelie. You can drive them on 2 wheels. They're durable for the most part. You don't need many upgrades on them to make them really, really durable. So I think all round, it's got to be one of the best RCs. You know. But, you know, as with everything in life, the best one, well, not everything in life, but, you know, with hobbies, the best one is whichever one puts the biggest smile on your face. Right, put a comment down below, guys, how long do you think it's going to take me to fix it? So, starting from when the live stream started, so we can look at the timer to see who's right. How long do you reckon? I'm going to reckon 2 hours, I reckon I can get it all done. What do you guys reckon? Infraction. Oh, infraction is epic. Someone goes, can't hear you. I think it's working for everybody else. I think you will have to have a look at your own audio, dude. Right. So, I think I'm going to put this to the side for now. And just focus on the rear end. Do too many at the same time, it can get overwhelming and you don't know what's going on. So I think we focus on this side first. Oh no, smashed the motor. Have I smashed the motor cover? No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll do one end at a time. We'll get this all put back together again, and then we'll do the centre section. 2 hours, 12 minutes, someone says. 2.5 hours, 1.5 hours. Yeah, Ronald says he hears me just fine. I'm hoping the audio is better than on my other live streams, because look, I'm using, if it comes off, I'm using this microphone here. So I could probably make it even better and clip it up here, but then it'll probably be a little bit too loud, because then you can hear that more than that, and when it's all rustling around. So I think if I clip it on there like that, depends how much you waffle, yeah. Well, I'm going to try and waffle and wrench at the same time. That's what I'm going to try and do. Right, so I want to change the bulkhead but not take everything off. But I think when you change the bulkhead you kind of do have to take everything off. Right, shocks off it is then. Yeah, there'll be a bit of waffling going on. 2 hours 55 minutes. How long does it take to say boom? Oh man. Alright, should we boom it? Alright, let's boom it. 2 hours, yeah, that's a bit long. I've got other things to do today. Right, let's boom it. Right, you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? It's not working. Hold on. Right, here we go. Right, you ready? You ready? You ready? It's not working today. No, I tried. Not working today. What am I doing wrong? Why is it not working? Lost the magic, yeah. No, boom's not working today for some reason. Oh, I've just lost the screw out. Oh, no, screw's here. So, get these shocks off of there. You probably can change the bulkhead without taking the shocks off, but sometimes it just makes it easier taking certain bits off than just having to work around it for ages. Mic on shirt, please. It's annoying. It's all wobbling around. And I watched another video. I had it on there, and it starts rubbing on there, making other noises, and then it sounds more muffled when I'm wrenching as well. So I don't know. What's it like, people? Is it all right with the microphone where it is? It was a million times better clipping it on the shirt. I'll put it on there, but it is a bit annoying. Right, that shock's off. Fine, yeah, people are saying it's fine. I don't think most people don't care really. I mean, you got volume, haven't you? Put the volume up a bit. Audio's pretty good, yep. I'm guessing the audio's a lot better than what it used to be with the iPhone mic, because the trouble is with a built-in microphone, it records on the screen side, but when I'm on the camera side, it gets a bit muffled because the microphone's on the wrong side. But now the microphone's facing in the right direction. Any tips for someone starting their own channel? Patience and fun and enjoying yourself. And try and learn something new every video, but don't overwhelm yourself with trying to learn everything at the same time. I'm still learning. Every video I'm learning more. Even Mr. Beast, he's still learning every video. So, and that's what Mr. Beast says as well. He just says, try and learn something new every video. But you've got to enjoy it. It's definitely, YouTube is definitely a long game. You've got to be in it for the long haul. A lot of people, they see all the Lambos and stuff that YouTubers have got, and then they think, oh yeah, I'm going to smash up a few X-Maxes and then I'll be able to get one as well. It doesn't quite work like that. You know, YouTube is like a competition. If you want to do well on YouTube, you're competing against all the other YouTubers. So you've got to do a better job. So if you're looking at a certain niche of videos and you think you can do better, and better not by what you think's better, but by what the general public think is better, then you'll be on to a winner. But you've got to enjoy it, because it's probably going to take, I don't know, I'd say at least 4 years. At least. There's been a few cases where people have got their channels grown a bit quicker, but for the most part, Mr. Beast, it took him 80 years. It's going to take a long while, and you've got to enjoy it. You've got to enjoy everything. You've got to enjoy the editing. You've got to enjoy everything about it. The filming, the editing, everything. Because if you don't enjoy it, there's no way that you're going to last 4 to 8 years. And even then, there's no guarantee. You know, you could be doing it for 10 years and still nobody likes your videos. You've got to enjoy it. If you're only doing it for the money, there's way better ways of making money than on YouTube. Yeah, so do it for the fun. If you can monetize it later on, perfect. If you can't, then you've had fun anyway. It doesn't matter. That's the way you've got to look at it. Otherwise, you're going to be disappointed if it doesn't work out. Right, so what have you guys been up to? What are the worst hand tools you've ever used? Oh, I don't know. Cheapo, crapo tools, I suppose. I don't know really. I don't know. Right, I'm making a little pile here of parts. And a lot of people say, how do I remember where everything goes? So what I'm doing is, look, I'm taking these parts off and I'm keeping the screws with the part. So look, all the shocks, keeping the screws and the pins with it. With this skid plate, I'm going to put a little pile there and keep all those screws there with it. So when it comes to putting it all back on, it's going to be easy to remember where it all goes. Right. How's the weather there? It's a bit miserable and damp, but it's not too, well, for UK, it's quite warm actually, 10 degrees Celsius. But I'll tell you what, I would love to have a holiday home somewhere in the sun. So, you know, if you work hard and smart enough, you can have anything you want in life. So if you want a holiday home in the sun, you just got, you know, a lot of times people say, I can't afford it. Well, you shouldn't, you're looking at it wrong. If you say I can't afford it, then you're right, you can't afford it. But if you say to yourself, right, how can I afford it? Well, then you're also right. You can figure out a way so that you can afford it. So anything you want in life, there's going to be a way that you can get to it. You just got to figure out how you can get there. But if you just straight away say, oh no, I'll never do it, then you never will. Any nitro builds coming up? Well, we've got the racing buggies coming up. We've got the car show racing buggies, that's nitro. We've got that build coming up. You seen the C-Cross T-Rex? No, what's that? Robert goes, so inspiring. Well, I see so many comments with people saying, oh, can you give me this? Can you give me that? How do you make money? Blah, blah, blah. I wish I could have that. Or they say, oh, I can't afford it. And it's nonsense, really. I mean, if you say you can't afford it, you're doing yourself out. You know, you only get one life. You only live once. And you've got to make the most of it. Once it's done, it's done. You're not going to get it back. So you know, 100 years, we're all going to be dead anyways. You might as well make the most of it now. Whatever you do now is not going to matter in 100 years, you know, to you. So you might as well make the best of it now, and even if it doesn't work, as long as you're sort of enjoying what you're doing, it doesn't really matter, does it? We love you in Australia. Hey, thanks, Antonio. Dave says when you're coming to USA, hopefully next year. I've been chatting with a monster truck team about the possibility of doing a couple of monster truck shows over there. So, yeah, maybe next year. Maybe. Hopefully. Noisy boy saying he's enjoying his retirement. Hey, nice one, dude. I'll tell you what, I don't think I ever want to retire. Because any sort of business ideas that I do, I've got, you know, to me, I've got to enjoy it. I know there's all different ways of doing business and looking at business and all that sort of stuff. But to me, you just have to enjoy what you do. So if you enjoy what you do, then why would you not want to do it forever? Or as long as you can, you know, as long as you're healthy, why would you not want to do it forever? That's the way I look at it. So I mean, if you pick a job that you really love doing, it doesn't feel like work. Some sort of people think, your YouTube is not work. It's fun. Yeah, it is fun. It's the best job I've ever had. Really enjoy it. But it's still work. I still work 16 hours a day. I'll get up in the morning, early, probably 7 o'clock. I get up, I come here. I'm making videos. If I'm not filming, I'm editing. Or doing live streams, or fixing stuff. And then when I go home, I have some food. And then carry on editing and doing other sort of computer work and business work and stuff. Until it's bedtime. So I'm literally, every awake hour, I'm working. Look, there's broken bulkhead. So every awake hour, I'm working. So, you know, Saturday and Sunday as well. I just don't stop. Some people say, you're obsessed. You need to get a work-life balance. But the way I look at it, I don't want to do anything else. I love it. If I want to do something, it's going to be something like monster trucks or flying planes or something else. And if I enjoy it, I'll make a video about it and put it on YouTube. So, you know, I'll sort of turn every activity that I do, I'll try and turn it into content if I can. So that way I'm working and having fun at the same time. I get to hang out with friends. I get to play with cool toys. So I think for any of you guys wanting to work for yourself, if you can find a job that you enjoy doing, especially if you can tie it in with a hobby as well, then you're kind of laughing, aren't you? You're sort of living a life of enjoying your life and making money at the same time. So you're working and having fun all at the same time. So to me, people say, when do you ever stop working? It's like, well, I don't want to. I'm having fun all the time. Noah in the house, how you doing? What's the best beginner RC car as Wicked? I would say the Associated MT10. I wonder how many more broken parts I'm going to find. Let me know in the comments if you know any more broken parts that you think are going to sort of surface themselves. How is Champ? You mean Stemp? Yeah, Stemp's good. I saw Stemp the other day. Why is this not coming off? Right, that's that off. Here's the centre diff in there. That's all looking good. We got that off. And see what I'm doing here? Look, all the screws, I'm leaving it with it. Even if I'm going to throw that part away, I keep the screws with it. No, there's that. These are the screws that came out of the diff. Now what I do on my bulkheads, I drill them out so you can put longer screws in. And especially on the Armour 8S rigs, you always rip the bulkheads off of them. If you can drill it out and put longer screws in, you're going to make it stronger. And I'll do the same on the X-Max. Put that away. Alright, we're nearly on the... Just pull these arms out. And then we're ready to start putting on the new bulkhead. I was like, who is Champ? Oh, Stemp. Blitz goes, getting misses, I want to see you grumpy. Well, I quite like my life the way it is, and I'm scared of someone getting in the way and ruining it. If the right one come along one day, happy days. If not, I'm happy anyway. But I think there's a lot to be said for being happy about either being single or being with the perfect person. If you're making do, well, you know, I know a few people that have just got a girlfriend because they don't want to be single, but it's the wrong person. And it's going to make both miserable. Both of you are going to be miserable. And what's the point? If it's not the perfect one, might as well be single. That's the way I look at it. If you've got the perfect one, perfect. If you haven't, be single. But yeah, that's the rules I live to anyway. You know, you guys are free to do what you want. Right. I think what I will do though is give it a quick clean up while we got it all apart. So I'm not going to give it a proper clean. But get some baby wipes, give it a quick wipe over. It's easier to clean it while it's like this and when it's all put back together again. Could jet wash it, which I do sometimes, but jet washing is not good for your bearings. Do you find wrenching with gloves annoying? No. I find it more annoying when you get dog poop and oil and grease and all that stuff on your fingers. And then what I get sometimes is all cracked skin around my fingertips if I let them get too oily. And then it starts cracking, and then the cracks fill up with more oil and mud and dirt and dust, and then it cracks more, and then it starts bleeding, and then it never heals up because you're forever going round in circles of dirt getting in and the crack getting deeper. So, you know, I'd rather just pull these gloves off when I'm done, and now I've got good skin underneath. You know, I get a lot of comments from people saying, why do you wear gloves? It's like, well, why do you think? Look, I don't want dirt on my hands. People go, oh, you big girl, why don't you want dirt on your hands? It's like, well, I don't want dirt on my hands. If you don't mind having dirt on your hands, then don't wear gloves. Do what makes you happy. It's not a willy size competition if you wear gloves or not. It doesn't make you any more manly or big by wearing gloves. Well, yeah, by not wearing gloves. Well, if you want to wear them, wear them. If you don't. Just do whatever makes you happy. I mean, too many people worry what other people think. And then, I know a lot of people that won't wear gloves because they're worried about what other people are going to think. They're going to think less of them because they're wearing gloves. So why would you care? If someone's going to think less of you because you're wearing gloves, then they're not a person that you want to surround yourself with anyway. So, you know, a lot of people just do stuff just to make other people think higher of them. It's daft. You know, a lot of people want like a Lamborghini just because it's going to make them look better. But you're buying it for the wrong reason. You should buy it because you want it, not because you want to try and look good. And try and, like, I don't know. It's not going to make you happy. You got to do stuff in life that makes you happy. And if other people think less of you, then so be it. Who cares? Yep, happy Christmas everyone. People say Merry Christmas. Yep. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Let me know in the old comments. Hey, hello Noah's dad. How you doing, Noah's dad? Where's the Santa hat, Kev? Oh, I've got a Grinch hat. What are you trying to put together? Oh, I'm trying to put back together again my broken in half X-Max. Just giving it a quick clean up while it's all in bits because it's easier to give it a quick wipe now. I'm not going to, you know, some people clean their RCs perfectly and they'll take it apart and do it all good. And if that's the way you enjoy your hobby, happy days, do it. But for me, you know, I do like looking at it when it's all clean and fresh, but then you take it out again, it's all dirty again. So give it a quick little wipeage. Doesn't have to be perfect. But if making it perfectly clean puts a bigger smile on your face, absolutely you do it. Now, a lot of people argue about how you should do your hobby. Don't be silly. Do your hobby how you find the most fun. That's how you should do it. Whatever puts the biggest smile on your face, that is how you do your hobby. If anybody tells you you're doing it wrong, well, if you've got a smile on your face, you're not doing it wrong. Right, let's get all this lot back together again. So first we need to put these back in there. I used to fill this up with epoxy to try and make it a bit stronger, but I don't know if it made that much difference. Probably barely worth the hassle, really. Oh yeah, I've been working on my promoto. David says we love Noah's mum. Yeah, I'll show you my promoto in a minute. I've just done a full aluminium trill build yesterday. So I filmed it all. So I've still got to take it out and run it. And let me show you quickly. So that is a stock promoto. And this one here is a brand new one that I just got the other day. And I put on all these trill upgrades. So look at that. On the stock one, this is all plastic. Look at that. Look, all that under there is all metal. All trill. All trill there. All in there is all trilled up. Look at that. All that's all trill. This is all trilled up. More trill on there, look. Turn him round. Look at that. More trill there. More trill there. Even his foot pegs are trill. Trill caliper there. Man, this trill company makes some epic parts. I mean, all 75 aluminium. Yeah. Brilliant. Hey, got Andy in the house. Multi-roto, whatever he's called, drone. I said to Andy he's got to change his YouTube channel name. What do you reckon would be a good YouTube channel name? Multi-roto and RC World he's called it. I mean, I'll just change it to RC World. Or something. Or Andy's RCs, or just your name. Well, I wouldn't put multi-roto in there. Because otherwise you're sort of limiting it only to drone people. What happened to the puppy dog? I haven't got a puppy dog, dude. Kev, this channel's almost at 200,000k subscribers. Way! Yeah, if you're not subscribed, guys, well, yeah, smash the thumbs up button. But yeah, subscribe because it's free. Literally, a lot of people don't actually know that subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you anything. You literally just click on it, and then it's free. And then you can also comment in the live stream. So, if you subscribe, then in 1 minute's time, you can participate in the live comments. So, anyone wants to have a little chat in the comments, subscribe and start chatting away. Way, Edward just subscribed. Way, Merry Christmas, dude. Smash the bell, yep. Smash the bell. Look, here's my bell. Some people are saying, how's this bell still hanging on? I don't know, look, it's still hanging on. Because I always say, subscribe and smash the bell. And it's still hanging on. I've got a new bell up here that somebody gave me. Look, they gave me this one here at Claire's RC event. And that one's not broken yet. And this one hasn't got a ringer in it neither. So that's the backup one in case that one dies. Alright. That's all clean, that's all clean. I was waffling and cleaning crap. Right, that on there. Ugga dugga that screw back into there. And what I want to do is drill out these holes there. So, right, let's get some drills out and do that. Bring back the SCX24, says Mid Ohio RC. Yes, I will do. Look, I've got something to show you. So here's all videos that are going to be coming up soon. So I've got these SCX24s here, look. So I've got that one and that one there, which is the same but different colour. I've got this Land Rover Defender here, which is a Banggood special. And because a lot of you guys said you want to see a TRX4M, I've got a couple of them. So I've got this one here, look. The high, whatever it's called. And then here we've got a blue Defender, like an Andy DeLandy sort of looking thing down there, look. I've got a couple of Tamiya builds coming up. I'm going to do those live, actually. I built this over here live. That one there. And that video did quite good. And I think you guys enjoyed it. So I'm going to try it again and do that one live and that one live. What else we got? We got Big Rock down there. Video on that coming up soon. Got a Tesla Cybertruck. So it's gonna suck really, so I think we're gonna make it good. Probably gonna end up just ditching all of it and just putting the body onto something else. We've got an RC Barbie car, and that's probably gonna suck as well, so we're gonna make that good. So give me some ideas what we should do with a Barbie car. I mean, I got a Barbie car before but never used it. So I was sort of thinking, what about crash test dummies? Two Barbies in there, slow motion camera and crash test. Or we could turn it into a drift car or a burnout car or a speed car. So I don't know, I'm open to suggestions. We've got this thing here, the Sen rally car. Yes, that's what we've got coming up over there. Got some more monster truck work coming up as well in the video. I've been working on it, fixing a few bits here and there. And next job is working on these tyres here. They didn't countersink it enough. So these are the wheel bolts. They're supposed to fit into a recess to stop the wheel coming loose, but they didn't do that recess enough. So I've got to mess about and try and use this mag drill and try and make the countersinks a bit deeper. Yes. Right, let's get back to the X-Max. And by the way, this thing here, one of you guys can win it. So actually, let me know in the comments, people, which one of my RC cars would you like to win? So we've got a few here. Some of them I'm not going to sort of give away. Some of them I might. So if there's anything that really stands out, let me know in the comments which RC car you would like to win. Lambo up there, look. Maybe that one can go. Got my Harvey, we've got Forest, Armours. Loads of Armours on the shelf there, look. All of different states of modifications. So a lot of stuff there. Someone just won a brand new Raminator actually. So that got shipped to him the other day. Because originally he never came forward. And I've done a little shout out on the video. And says if anyone knows him. So somebody Facebooked him. And then he contacted me. And then now he's got it. Boom. Right. So this is the one that you can win at the moment. This is an Armour Outcast 8S. And when we look at it, inside look completely decked out with all the M2C stuff. So we've got M2C chassis under there, look. We've got M2C steering, M2C suspension parts, M2C heavy duty shocks. Got better servo in there, Eco Power servo. It's got a bit more power. Custom RC upgrade chassis braces along there, look. So this thing is an absolute tank. And you guys can win it. There's like 9 days left on that. And then the winner will be picked. And I'm going to put a link down below. Well, there is a link down below in the description box. How you can win it. Primal Monster Truck, someone says they want to win. UDR, XRT. Yep. Land Rover. How much can I pay you for your cheapest Basher RC? Oh, no, I don't sell RCs. I've sold RC cars before in the past and it led to problems. So, no. I'll do the competitions where any of you guys can have a chance of winning some of my RC cars. I'll do that. But I'm not going to sell directly to people and people want to come here and look at them and all that stuff. So, no, I'm not doing that. Right. I'm not sure if this drill bit's long enough, actually, for what I'm trying to do here. See, we've got some different ones. E-Revo, Nitro the Barbie car. That's a good idea, actually. Oh, Nitro Barbie car. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I like that idea. Might do that. What about a Nitro Drift Barbie car? Needs a longer drill bit. It's going to reach into there. Maybe we can just do it with this, look. We just pinch that right on the end of that. Not ideal. We pinch that right on the very end. No, Lantia, I'm not selling you any RC cars. No. Not worth the hassle. Not worth the hassle. Past experiences, selling RCs to other people, not worth the hassle. That's not a very good drill bit. That's not a very good drill bit. I like drilling these deeper because it gives the screws more to bite into. the drill bit's not really fully long enough to reach in there. What about that one? Well, that one's a bit longer. Cool. Right, do it with that one. Send Barbie to the moon. What do you reckon? Barbie drift car, Barbie crash test dummies, Barbie nitro. But yeah, Nick, I reckon nitro, Barbie drift car. That's what I reckon. Nitro, Barbie drift. Yeah, I like the idea of that. That's what we'll do. Right, here we go. In. It's a bit blunt, this drill bit. Next, these ones here as well. It's just a recipe for disaster of drilling into myself, isn't it? Barbie with world's biggest motor. Yeah, yeah. Are you going to make the blue Defender like your own Land Rover? I want to. But Andy the Landy's like a van, and that one's not. So maybe we can modify it somehow to make that one a van as well. Oh, and this middle hole here. Right, boom, there you go. Always put these on when you're drilling or doing anything where stuff can go in your eyes. Always. Not worth it. People laugh at me sometimes. Oh, you're putting them on. You big girl's blouse. You won't be saying that when you're sitting in the waiting room in A&E, waiting to get seen to, because you've got loads of crap in your eye, just for the simple thing of putting gloves on, putting goggles on. And you haven't put them on just because your friend's going to think less of you. Oh dear. Right. Next up, arms back on. I've got to make sure we put the right arm on the right side. Is it that way? Is it that way? Or is it that way? I think it's that way, isn't it? Shocks to the inside. Yeah. Right, that like that, that like that. Drift Nitro Monster Truck. Yeah, we'll give that a go at some point. Pins back in there. What happened to your four-wheel drive? Oh, it's at my friend's shop at the moment, Andy the Landy. For those of you that don't know, I've got an old 110 Defender. I'm just having a load of work done to it. Well, yeah, I don't think he's probably done a few bits to it, but I want to put a better engine in there. New chassis. The chassis is getting a bit rotten in places. Getting a nice galvanised chassis on there. Right, that in there, like that. I think. Better engine. One of the Mercedes. What are they called? You know, one of them diesel pump engines, probably something like that. Put a roll cage on there. What hellies do you have planned for 2024? Oh, I've had it sat over there for a while actually. I've got a Goblin Raw 570. And that's a nitro, but I'm going to put the big nitro engine in it. The 105 OS engine. Right, so diff back in there like that. Boom. And this cover, how's that looking? Good. So that cover can go back on. These covers are a weak spot. I know a lot of people upgrade these to aluminium. However, I tried aluminium and then you're more likely to smash the bulkhead. And these are really cheap. These are nothing, like £3 or £4 dollars. So you might as well buy a whole load of them and then just replace it as they go. That's what I do. Right. We can't put that on yet because well, hold on. Yeah, we can actually, but this first. Upper bulkhead back on. Got to make sure we've got everything in there. Yep, that back on. Boom. And now that can go back on. Should go back on anyway. Is that going in? Right, well, let's get that on first. Get that seated on there first to make sure it pushes all the way down. Matthew says, how's Raz doing? Good. He's just working on some new products and stuff. Ugga them down. Right. And then we can also get these long screws in that side like that. Get that in there. Boom. So now, because we've got those longer screws in there, look, should hold it all together better. Look at that. They can pull out on the stock ones, so it's worth drilling them out. Makes it a lot stronger, makes it diff last longer. And you haven't got to be so scared about rounding them off. See, I can ugga-dugga that in there and it's not rounding off. And you just check to make sure that spins nice. Spins lovely. I didn't put any grease in there, and I know you guys are going to tell me off for not putting grease in there, but do you know what? I don't care. Alright, that's a common spot to go there. But these, well, I started to go there, but it's still looking good. So get that back on. These screws here is what holds the chassis on, so we're going to leave these just a little bit loose for now, but sort of in there. Like that. Actually, I'm not going to put that on yet. Hold on. Making life more difficult for myself. Let's get the spur gear back in there first. Won't last long enough to need grease. Yep. We've still got a bit of grease in there anyway. Long as it's got a little bit in there. And the thing is, you never put grease on spur gear and pinion, and that always survives, doesn't it? So. You should really grease it. That one there, I've got a bigger screw head on this one. Don't ask me why. Boom. How are we looking? Yeah, so that one there, I put a too long a screw in there and that poked through the bottom there. That's not a bad thing, I don't think. Look at that. Spins lovely. Who needs grease? No, you should put grease in there. And I forgot, and I just can't be bothered to take it all apart again. But it's still got some on there. If it was brand new gears in there, I'll take it apart and put a bit in there. But it's still got grease on there. Only needs a tiny bit. And I bet you without any in there it'd survive anyway. Because spur gear and pinion survives, and that goes around a lot quicker. Hardcore goes, what you doing? I'm rebuilding my X-Max. X-Max is getting a full rebuild. Oh. Where does that go? Oh, yeah. Oh, right, hold on. That goes straight on top. I'm going to leave it loose for now, though, so it can wobble. So we get the pins through. We want more videos on the Minimax. Yeah, I will have to get that out again soon, but I prefer using the X-Max. So every time I go out for a bash, you know, and I've got to pick a few RCs, I always sort of go for the X-Max. It's the one that gives me the most fun. But yeah, I'll have to get the Mini-Max out again at some point. I mean, it's just as good as the X-Max. And if you like smaller cars, it could be the perfect RC, but I just prefer my bigger RCs. X-Max seems to be the perfect compromise. It's still light enough so you can carry it back to your car if you break it. And it's still big enough to be nice and stable. Well, ish, it does fall over, but it's got a self-right button. And, well, the good thing is, some people do complain about these not being very stable and they fall over easy. But the thing is, it gives you plenty of warning. You can get it up on two wheels and then bring it back down again. So, you know, if you get loads and loads and loads of warning, if it wants to go over, so you can just bring it back down, steer the other way. And if it does go over, it's got a self-right button. So I don't think it's an issue. Like with like a XRT, for example, it is more stable, but you can't do self-right, and if it flips over, it just falls straight over. There's no warning, and then you're going running. So if I've got like a Kraton or an XRT or a Sledge and an X-Max, I have to go over to it a lot more often when it's one of those other cars. X-Max, self-right button, baby. And people say, oh, it kills diffs. No, it don't. Not in my experience, anyway. Right. So that is the back assembly all done. The motor is still in that part, so we can't put that back in yet. Gear cover we can't put back on yet. Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. We've got the shocks. They can go back on. This X-Max is old, man. This is the first 8S X-Max on my channel. It's an old man, this one. It's probably about 6 years old. Why is that not going in? I put the wrong one in. It should go in there. Why is that not going in there? Alright, that's in. Beautiful. Ultimate Rustler. I might get one. Did you ditch Max? No. He's doing a lot of studying at the moment. He used to get a couple of days off in the week, and I prefer doing bashing in the week really because all the kids are at school, and then we can get on the skate parks. So I used to go out a lot with Max when he had 2 days off, but now he hasn't got those 2 days off anymore. And on weekend he doesn't really come out so much because he rides his real motorbike. But he's got a couple of weeks off now, so we'll get him out again soon. When will you move to the new house? Oh, it's going to be a gradual process. It's not going to be in one go. You know, I'll be... So for those of you that don't know, I'm moving to the Isle of Man. And I've got about 6 months to do it. So I'm going to go backwards and forwards a few times, move stuff over, get set up in a new place. I've still got to find a workshop in the Isle of Man. So when I go over there next, I'm going to look for a workshop because I've got to put all this stuff that I've got in here in my new workshop that I haven't got yet. Right, and that on there. Boom. I thought I'd be able to do all the work from my house and not have to get a workshop for now, but I've got too much stuff and I need it all to make videos, especially when I'm doing all these custom projects. I've got so many random boxes of RC stuff everywhere that I need all of it for doing these projects. So I've got to move the whole lot over. Party at Kev's in the new year. If you come to the Isle of Man, Dave, yeah. Oh, where's that come from? it's come from there. How do you remember where everything goes? I showed that a minute ago, actually. Right, these screws have had it, so I'm going to get some new ones. I showed that a minute ago where everything goes. I put all the screws with the parts that come off of it. And then when it comes to putting it back together again, it's quite easy. And not only that, I've been working on X-Maxes for so long, I kind of know where most of it goes anyway now. Hardcore goes, is the Isle of Man ready for me though? Yeah, you can come over. I've got a spare bedroom, dude. You're more than welcome to come over and stay for a few days. Right, I think now we're done on this until we get the chassis ready. Right, let's have a little quick tidy up. Always like having a quick tidy up in between processes. Let's have that there. These screws here are the screws that go into there, so I know that. Right, I'm going to know where these screws go anyway. Right, put this out of the way there, out of the way there. On the floor, hold on. Quick tidy up. Quick waffle. It's like a map in your head, is a bit, yeah. When is Jet happening? Oh, soon hopefully. Noah says wants to visit Isle of Man. Yeah, man. Come visit, man. When I first went there to check it out, I was sold instantly. Instantly knew this is where I want to live. Instantly. Such a lovely place. It's a bit like England, minus all the BS. All the crime, all the crap, all the shite you get in England. None of that in the Isle of Man. All the high taxes. Basically, everything that you hate about England, Isle of Man hasn't got. Now I says got to get back to editing. There you go. Got to go back editing. Right, James, stop spamming. If you spam again, you're going to get blocked. Right. Quick little go off some chicory. Oh, and he says, how do you get the ride off the Promoto? Right, what you have to do, Mr. Andy. The legs just pull off, and then under here, look, there's a pin. And on the other side, there's an R-clip. So you pull the R-clip out of there, pull the pin out, he lifts off and swings over the top. And you can leave him there, or you can undo them and take him off fully. And then there's a little collar on top that you got to sort of pull off like that, and then it'll just pull off. Easy! Where will the monster truck go? In my new workshop on the Isle of Man. Which I haven't found yet. Right, so I think next... we just got to rip it apart, don't we? So, yeah, start putting bits off. Kev, do you still plan on putting more power to the Promoto? Yes, I'm going to make it 6S, baby. Right, so this is rear end stuff. That is, I can't, what's that for? What is that for? It's got two screws here. Oh, goes in there. Better put those back in. Well, how long have I been wrenching for already, people? We ever do a fan meet and greet? Yeah, I'll do a Santa Pod. So if you go on the Santa Pod website and look at UK Monster Truck Nationals, I will be there at the next Monster Truck show. That off. That off. What did you have for lunch? I haven't yet. RC channel. No lunch yet. Fan Fuel says, need to come to America. I will do, dude. I will. Don't you worry about that. Oh, Andy goes curry. No, I had a curry last night, not again. Do aluminium wheels exist on an RC car? Yes, they do. But if you try and glue to it, they don't glue that well. So tyres don't tend to glue on that well. It looks like about an hour. Stupid slow mode. Well, we got to do slow mode. Otherwise you get people that keep spamming the same comment over and over. Like that kid that kept spamming the same comment like every minute, because like you can only comment once a minute. Just imagine if there was no slow mode, it'd literally fill the whole comment section up, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, like non-stop and not stop. And it literally just fills the whole feed up with just BS and crap, and nobody else can say anything. So we have to put slow mode on. Otherwise, it's going to be a complete and utter spam fest. And then all I've got to do is block everyone. I'm just spending the whole live stream blocking everyone. So, you know, everyone that spams. So, slow mode has to go on. I mean, people that come just to spam, they come along to spam, realise they've got to wait a minute every time, and then they go away. And if you do get to certain individuals that do just keep spamming the same thing over and over and over and over and over, then, you know, they will get warned and then blocked if they keep doing it. Right, so this is broken there. But for some reason it always breaks there. It might be because of a faulty chassis, but because we're changing the chassis, it's got a new bulkhead on the front anyway. I might fit a new skid plate this time and see if it survives. If it doesn't survive again, I'll just keep the broken one back on. Centre bits, I'm going to put centre bits there, rear bits there, front bits over there. So, motor out. Right, that there, out, that's motor out. Brody says, have you looked at units? Yes, been looking at lots of units on the Isle of Man. I'm not going to say where though, because I don't really want people knowing my location exactly. Right, that's the motor out, and then here we've got pins, look. So I'm going to pull these pins out and put them straight back into this one. So they're all in B. Get the B's out of there and we put them in there. A lot of people don't run these pins because they believe you can get a better mesh, but I believe these pins help lock the motor into place and stop it from moving. So I leave them in there. If you put them in a certain hole and it ends up being a loose mesh, you can just put it into the hole for like a smaller pinion and one tooth bigger on the pinion, so you can tighten up your mesh that way and still have the locking in capabilities. I might not even have to bother getting that out because put a new chassis on anyway. That's just left over the old bulkhead. You know, I was only really wanting to. No, that's not coming out. I was only really wanting to get the screws out, but I think I'm probably going to end up putting in new screws. And what I've been doing recently is actually using different screw heads. So, yep, I'll show you those in a sec. Right, so the screws that the X-Max come with are these ones here. They got the dome head. They're okay, but they can round off easier. So 2.5mm. So what I like to do is put these on with a different head. These one use a 3mm and it's deeper. So you're going to be lots less likely to round that off. So I'm going to put those back in all on here and two on the front. Right, so that's broked. Yeah, so that's going to have to come off. Do that probably separately. That's all off there. And then that's held on with 4 screws here. What do you think about Armour Vortex? Yeah, good car. Hamster King says you're the best YouTuber ever. Thanks, dude. I think I've still got a lot of catching up to do though with people like Mr. Beast. Right, so that's top brace and get the rest of that off. Hopefully they're the same size. Yep. Someone in the crew should test a Red Cat Machete 6S. Oh, well, yeah, a lot of people saying about me getting one, so I should get a Red Cat at some point. How many RC cars do you have? Oh, I don't know. And how do you even count it? What do you include? Do you include ones that are taken apart for spares? I mean, what do you include? Right, so that is broken. I'm keeping parts that are still semi-usable because I've got a whole box upstairs of broken X-Max parts that might still be usable, and I want to see if I can build a whole entire X-Max all from broken parts and see how good it works. Is the car competition trustable? Yep, absolutely, dude. It goes through a third-party website called Raffle, and I've got no say on who the winner is. It's completely random. The more tickets you get, the higher chance you've got of winning. I've got no say of who wins, so I've got no influence. I can't make a friend win, I can't swing it in anybody's favour. It's completely random. Everyone's in for a fair shot. If you go on there, it's all got reviews. It's got Trustpilot reviews. So, you know, a lot of people set up their own raffle companies, but then they could. That's what I originally wanted to do. But trouble is with that, you could swing it into someone else's favour. By me doing it through a legitimate company, if I don't send out the car, for example, I don't get paid. So, you know, if you do it through a legitimate company, it's a lot more trustworthy. So, yep, absolutely, fully trustworthy. Do your research, look into the raffle website. It's just as trustworthy as I would say like eBay. Right, front end's off. I think the front end, there's nothing that we've really got to do to it. Other than, I'm just going to give it a quick little wipeage, drink a bit of chicory and have a little chat with some of you lot. Audio is horrible unless you're close to the mic. Oh, alright. Well, what about if I put the microphone there? Is that better there? Audio better like that? Audio better now, yeah? You happy with that? Much better. Wicked. No, I don't want to wear it. It's all going to be flopping around. I'm going to knock it with tools and it will sound awful. Hey, there we go. Everyone's happy. Everybody's happy. XRT with paddle tyres. I've tried that actually. I've got a video on the main channel in snow. Oh, that screw there's pulled out. Let's quickly repair that. 250 mile an hour RC video soon, someone says. There will be, but not soon. Crap weather here now, so I've got to wait for the summer. But I'm going to start working on it soon, though. Oh, where's me? Oh, this is all rounded off. I want out with you. X-Max's snow paddles is amazing. Yes, well, good fun. Right, deeper hole. And then we can go ahead, get a wrench, put it in the hole to see how deep we can go. So I can go probably about that deep. So the screw that was on there, look, was that deep. See, so that was rounded off, all the thread was gone. Normally you'd have to replace the bulkhead. So all I've got to do now is go over to my screws. Longer screw, get it in there, and it saves stripping the whole thing down, replacing the whole entire bulkhead. Oh, still rounded off. It's probably going to need a new bulkhead at some point, but I can't be bothered to change it now. Just for a skid plate. Alright, so that is done. Someone else going, is your competition trustable competition? Yep, I've just spoke about that. One video back about 5 minutes. I just spoke about that, dude. It's just as trustable as eBay. It's not my website. It's a third-party website. And if I was to not send out any prizes, I wouldn't get paid. So it's not in my interest to not send out prizes. And also, you'd lose your account if you'd done that. Alright, put this down there for now. And now let's have a look at this centre section, the main chassis. So I've got an I thought I had a perfect pass servo in this one, but I've got an AGF servo in this one. Really good servo. But if you look at the beginning of the stream, where I show this is the stock servo, and this is the servo that I put in it. You have to cut, look, I have to cut the chassis out to get this particular servo in. I've had to cut the servo here to get the servo to go in. You've got to buy this little adapter plate, and you've got to put a small servo in. When this servo has loads more power than that, but you think this is big. Big servos are big to get more stuff in them, to get more power in there. So to get more power out of a small servo is a lot more difficult. So I've got this servo here from H speed. I'll show you that in a minute. It's supposed to fit directly in without any modifications. Alright, what are we doing? Right, let's get the radio out. There. Out of there. Out of there. Out of there. Hardcore goes, perfect pars is AGF. Oh, I know, a lot of servos are the same, aren't they? A lot of companies out there, a lot of servos you see are all made in the same factory, but to like people's specifications. So it might well be similar, but they are normally built to different specs, to like whatever the people want them made by. Right, that out of there. That out. That out. You're going to get the new Creighton 6S EXB. Yes, I got it ordered. The old Ugga Dugga is out. Yes, King. Ugga Dugga is out. Ugga Dugga is in the house. Will says, what servo do you recommend? Well, best general servo I've ever used for like everything is like the perfect pass servo. But there's different servos for different applications. It could be better for a specific application. Like, for example, for the X-Max, the best servo I've ever used is one of these, because I put this into my M2C X-Max. This has got 72 kilos of torque. So this is so far the best servo I've used in an X-Max, but it's only going to fit into X-Max, Mini-Max and XRT. This AGF servo here, also epic servo. I don't think I've ever destroyed an AGF servo actually. Really good servos. Really impressed with them. But look, you can see that cage that you've got to put it in, an adapter plate. And you've got to cut the lugs off the servo, and you've got to, on the AGF and on the perfect pass servo, you've got to cut this piece of the chassis out. So with this, you don't. Right, this is actually a Max 6 CSC. And it has seen better days. It's got no fan on it. What batteries do you recommend? Oh, I've tried a lot of batteries. Not perfect pass, doesn't make batteries. Onyx batteries, Genzace, Fluions. I don't know, there's lots of good ones out there. So depends how much you want to pay, really. Offner guy says, America in the house. How you doing, dude? What will happen if you make X-Max with parts? It will cost a lot more money. Right, these bits can come out of that chassis. And now we've just got to remove these battery things here. And what I'm going to do is move them straight over onto the new chassis as they come out. Spectrum batteries. I've used Spectrum batteries. They're not bad, but they're quite expensive. Z and Genzace, good, dependable. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried Spectrum batteries. They've been all right. I've used Traxxas batteries. They've been all right. Yeah, that way. Right. I want to replace these as they come off so that I don't put them in the wrong way around or something. They're probably the same both sides, but if you put it on the same way that it come apart, then you're sure that it's going to fit. Toilet goes, sup homie, yo dude. Alright, so we've got shorter screws to the inside, longer screws to the outside by the looks of it. So this should now clip it in to keep it all together. That should just pull out of there. Oh. I don't know if it matters if you mix these up. They might be the same. I mean, if you put it on the wrong side, it might work, it might not. I don't know. Might well work, but if you put it in the same place, you know it's definitely going to work. Right, so that in there. Long screws outside, short screws inside. What is your favourite RC car you have? X-Max, baby, and Raminator. X-Max for everyday bashing and general purpose. Raminator, ultimate smile on the face, but a lot more messing about with when you're wrenching on it. Alright, so they on inside. X-Max is also always the answer, yeah. I mean, if you're only going to have one RC car, just get an X-Max. It's just does everything. Like a jack of all trade, master of none. What happened to Andy the Landy? Oh, I've just spoken about Andy the Landy a little bit earlier in the stream. But having some work done on him. He's going to come back better. Whee! King says, me and my dad love your videos. Whee! Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Terminator for terrorising public. Yeah. Especially when you've got the Taylor engine in there. What happened with RC Man? What do you mean what happened with RC Man? He lives on the Isle of Man. Right. So that's that on. So now we got to get these Nerf bar things off of here, whatever they're called. How do you fit Mach 6 into Armour Limitless? I think it's easy enough space to get that in, dude. I mean, you can't screw it in, you'll have to stick it into something. King says he watches my videos every night. Hey! I'm glad you like my videos, dude. I always try and make them as entertaining as possible. So, how many RC cars have you got? Let me know in the chat. How many RC cars have you got? Dirt Bike says Merry Christmas, Kev. Hey, Merry Christmas to you too. And everybody else. 12, 7, 2, 14. A lot. 3, 6, 10 plus. 8. 0. Oh, how many of you guys haven't got any RC cars? 73. Bloody hell, you got 73? 50. Seven and a half. Yeah, I've got a few half ones as well. We have 11. Yeah, I'll probably say average 10. Oh, pardon me. How rude of me to do that. Oh, Hardcore said he stopped counting when he hits 50. Hardcore, you're going to do more videos? You was banging out the videos and the live-os and you just stopped. You going to get back on it again or are you done? Castle or Hobby Wing upgrade for XRT? I'd say Hobby Wing because Hobby Wing's a lot more reliable. I'll only go with Castle if you want more power. Castle tends to be there for power. Hobby Wing for reliability. Right, that there. Oh, there is supposed to be a bit of sponge that goes in there, and I haven't got it anymore. Oh well. Oh, how Hardcore's doing 12 plus hours a day. That's alright, you got another 4 hours in for doing YouTube. Right, new servo. Look at that, Dave. Hardcore Dave, you got to get yourself one of these bad boys. They're expensive, but they fit straight into an X-Max. And they've got so much power. So, right, which way round does it go actually? I've got to make sure I put it in the right way round. Oh yeah, that way you can't get it the wrong way round. It's got the cut out there. Right, so in theory that is going to go straight in without any modifications to the chassis. It should just drop straight in there. Yeah, there we go. Boom, look at that. Straight in. No cutting chassis. No messing about with adapter plates. No messing about with servo horns. Straight in. Boom. No messing about. Done. I mean, long term, I don't know how reliable they're going to be. Time will tell, but from what I've seen so far in my other one, I've only used it one day, so Time will tell. There's no way of telling how long something's going to be long term, short term. Right. Got to make sure that servo's centered. I've got a servo tester. These batteries are nearly flat though, so they might not have enough power to power this servo. That's the only thing, but we'll see in a minute. Right. Yep. So these servo testers, they've got a centre button. So you hit that, boom, that's centred. So now I can go ahead and take this old servo horn off. That's the other great thing with this new servo. It's going to bolt straight on. There's no messing about. No messing about with different servo horns. And also, these servo horns are supported on this side as well with a bearing. So you can still use that. Right, what way round does that go actually? Does it go upwards, doesn't it? Yeah, it must do. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a bit of Loctite on that. And actually, I'm going to go one better and replace that whole screw. Right, hold on, back in a sec. See, if you replace it with one of these cap heads, same size thread, you get a bigger head and you go 0.5 mm bigger on the hex. So this is 2.5. Now I can put a 3mm in there, and they're deeper, same as before, so you're less likely to round it off. Imagine if you Loctited that in there and it rounded off, how you'd ever get it out again. You'd really struggle, wouldn't you? So I wish more companies would use these cap head screws. Oh dear, Blitz Go Smoky Castle Cremations. Yeah, they have got a habit catching fire sometimes. Right, there we go. That will be a lot quicker once we get it on the radio, because these... yeah, these batteries are flat and not enough for it. Alright. Right, so that'll work. So now... I think ESC in, maybe? I might put a new Max 6 in here. I don't know if I've got one though. I'll have a look in a sec. Put that in there. Come on. The only thing I would have done to these servos, I would have made this lead shorter. But sometimes when people do like big motor conversions, they move the receiver, so they might have left it long for that purpose. But I would have probably only made it like that long. But no big deal. Alright, so that one goes in channel 1 for steering. And then, right, let me see. I'm just going to go wander over there, see if I've got a new Max 6. Yes, we got a new one. Brand spanking new Max 6. I mean, the old one still works, but I have had this cut out a little bit sometimes. Like you do a jump and then it cuts out and reboots. I've had this come out. It's been in there for a while now. It's been really abused. Still works, but it's a bit unreliable. It's a bit annoying when you go out with an RC and it stops working because of something silly and it ruins your day. Right. Brand spanker. So I might leave that till last actually. You know what would be nice? If you could pick up on these holes under there, put that on there, and drill through there and screw it in through the bottom. Do you know what I wish that these companies would do? If they supplied a template like this, I made this one, but if they would supply a little template that you get in the box that you can just lay on top, even if it's paper, that you can just lay on top and mark it for drilling the holes. Because see, look, if I want to screw that on there, I've got to kind of guess and try and measure it. It's all messing around, isn't it? But if you had a little piece of paper that you could cut out the same size as that, and then you could just mark it, drill it, done easy. But you know, if you try and mark that, it's never going to come out in the right place, is it? Right, anyway, he can go back in later. He doesn't have to go back in this second. That on there, that on there. JX Servo good. Yes, they are. Dirt Bike says planning on getting the Centon next year. Hey, yeah, good car. Let me know in the chat what is your next RC car. The new Hellcat durability test video was well good. Oh, yeah, let me show you something. Let me show you something. I actually messed up a little bit. Well, not fully. But that is the car that we ran over, and Andy fixed it. He made two knackered ones. He made one good one out of two knackered ones. And you wouldn't know that this was run over with a Range Rover. If you look on this channel, the last video, was it last video? We smashed it into a wall. We ran it over with a Range Rover, completely flattened it, and he's got it working again. Andy's going to do a video of this on his channel. So Andy, if you're there, leave a comment in the description box or in the comment section. But it's Andy's one is, what's his channel name? Multi-Rotor and RC or something. So Andy, if you're still listening, leave a comment, because that rebuild is going to be on Andy's channel. You there, Andy? Andy there? Yeah, there he is. Multi-Rotor and RC World. So if you head over to that channel there, Andy's going to do a rebuild video on there showing how bad it was. There you go. Give him a little subby. That in there. We're going to leave that for now. We're going to put the ESC in last, I think. I think it'll be easier once we've got the motor in and all that, and then get the ESC in after, I think. Don't know. We'll see. But anyway, we're done with that. That chassis's done. So now, let's put the back end on. A few screws in here still. Do you know what I'm going to do first though? Quick tidy up. We'll get a bit messy again now. And I can feel it when you're working in mess. You get this tension feeling building up, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So you're better off do a little 1 minute little tidy up, get all your stuff back in order. Makes it so much nicer to work on your stuff. Makes a massive difference. Why are you streaming in the morning? It's not morning here. 3 o'clock here, dude. Right. There we go. Quick little tidy up look, and now it makes it a lot easier. So that on there, boom. And here's these longer screws that I want to use now. So I do have I could have a bigger one in there. In there. Boom. See, these screws don't round off nowhere near as bad. There we go, boom. What's your opinion on Team Associated? Good and bad. The racers, absolutely epic. The bashers, MT10, absolutely amazing basher. I'd say probably the best first RC car basher, probably. And even experienced RC people still going to enjoy them. I love my MT10. Great car. MT8, absolute junk. Worst RC car ever. So it depends. Right, I think these... Should I replace these as well? Right, see. Yeah, I'm going to replace the motor screws as well, actually. But I'm going to go with size up. No, actually I'm not. I'm not going to replace them, only because, even though I'm not a fan of cap heads, it does look like it's got a slight bigger surface area, or has it? I don't know, let's measure it. I think for the motor screws are already on the verge of pulling through anyway, so I don't want to make the problem worse. Let's measure. Let's measure. If it's the same size, I'll change it. Right, so that's 7.2. This is 6.7 there. We've got 0.5 millimetre more surface on these. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it makes all the difference. Thanks, King. Merry Christmas to you too. Come on, in. Right, that one's in. What is your least favourite RC car? Probably the MT8 Associated EK4 and that stupid Mammoth Works thing. Kev, do you play guitar? No, I don't, but my brother does. My brother's got a YouTube channel actually called Nomadic Crowbot. And he's done a bit of guitar playing on there actually. Right, look at that. Lovely. It's always worth every part that you put back on. Everything that turns, is to spin it and make sure it all still spins. Because that way, if it locks up somewhere, you'll know at what stage it is. If you just put the whole thing together and not check it, then you're going to get to the end and be like, well, what part is it? And you're not going to know. Right, next up. These screws in there. I'm going to leave his top cover off for now. Just so we can put the ESC in easier, I think. Oh no! Andy says the stator burnt out. What do you mean the stator? The motor? Sounds like you've got to make it a success, man. Does he play Guitar Hero? No, I don't think so. He does acoustic and electric. I wouldn't have a clue how to play a guitar. I wouldn't know where to start. Sound is messing up again. Oh, hold on. I took the mic off when I went for a wander. Hold on, I put the mic back up here again. Is that better? Kev, when are you going to move? Right, well, I've already sort of started. I'm not doing it all in one go. I'm sort of going backwards and forwards. So I'm sort of in the process of moving now. It's not like a switch, right, that's it, I've moved. It's going to be a process over the next 6 months. Right, so now that goes on there. We've got to put the shaft back in first. Right, we're missing... Should put that on first as well from this. So we've got to put this... Oh no, I've Loctited it on too tightly. Kev, can you still play the piano? A little bit. I'm not an expert. I can do a little bit though. Oh, and it's a spinny gyro thing. Oh, that's crap. I've got a spare one here that you can have and replace it. If you're stuck for one, if you can't get hold of one. I've only got a spare one because I was going to success it and it'll probably blow apart. Right. Oh, not that one. Kev, do you fish? No, I don't fish. I see no enjoyment in that at all. But each their own. To me, it looks completely and utterly boring. And I feel sorry for the fish as well, so... I mean, if you eat them, I suppose, it's survival. But if you just fish them out and put them back in... I don't know, it's a bit cruel. I don't think it's nice harming other creatures just for enjoyment. If you're doing it to eat it, I still don't really like it. But, you know, it's survival then, isn't it? But if you're just doing it for fun... it's out of order, isn't it? You're just causing unnecessary suffering to something. For what? Right. So that has got to go in one end. In that end. I always do this and then I've left something off and got to take it apart again. Right, that is in. I think it's all good. Right, now I need the screws that go in here and I don't know where I've put them. Oh, they're there. Right, we're good. We're good. I found them. Kev, do you cook? Not very well. Right, now we've got all these screws here that go in there. They're the ones I was looking for that I thought I lost. Tim says he's got 12 RC cars. Nice. How many RC cars is too many? Someone says, do you prefer X-Max or Raminator? I spoke about that earlier in the stream, but both. X-Max best all round, Raminator, the ultimate experience. If I could only have 2 RC cars, it would be those 2. If I could only have 1, it would be the X-Max. Because X-Max sort of RC you can use every day, Raminator not so much. A lot more maintenance, a lot more messing around. Parts are a lot more expensive. So if I had someone else doing all the maintenance and all I had to do was play with it, I'd pick the Raminator every time. But seeing that I'm the one that's got to fix it and work on it and everything. Anyway, and if I took it out and it broke down and someone else carried it back to the car, those things are heavy, man. You know, an X-Max is heavy enough, but, you know, one person can carry the X-Max back to the car, not too bad. But a Raminator, that is a 2-man job. If you're breaking that, oh, man, you better hope your car's close. No such thing as too many. Kev, do you have any jokes? Why is Santa's sack so full? Probably the worst joke ever. Come on, why is Santa's sack so full? Have you tried bog hog yet? No. You can't get him here in the UK. Right, we're getting there, people. We are getting there. Next up, I think we're going to put the bottom plate back on, but I'm going to get a new one. Right, here actually, we can put a lot longer screws in because these, they can break off. Let me take the camera off and show you. These 2 here, they always break off. Because where the screw goes in, it doesn't go very far in, so it breaks off there. So if you put longer screws in that go past and more into the chassis, then it's going to be stronger. So, yeah, that's it, Mike. Mike's got it right. He only comes once a year. Right. So make sure that, see, this hole's really deep. You don't even have to drill it. Look. More than deep enough. That'll go straight in. Right. I'm gonna take the microphone with me. I'm going upstairs. This is what the microphone's good for. I can go upstairs and still chat with you guys while I'm going away. Don't know if the signal's gonna go this far though. It might not. Oh, pardon me. How rude of me. I'm just upstairs in my dungeon at the minute. I'll keep all my X-Max spares. Yep, so I've got a new cover. And while I'm up here, do I need anything else RC spares wise for the X-Max? Nope. Right, let me know in the comments other hobbies that you guys have got. Let me know some other hobbies. I'll be interested to sort of see what people have got other hobby-wise. When will Andy the laundry be done? Laundry, Andy. I don't know when. There's no time limit. What happened to Lamborghini? Oh, nothing. Nothing happened to it. Just winter now, and I don't use it in the winter. Right, new cover on. Snooker, bouldering, whatever that is, model railroading, brewing beer, model trains, pinball. Okay, so many different hobbies out there. Guitars, biking, dirt bikes, guns, darts. Lots of hobbies out there. Oh no, I haven't lost it. I thought I just dropped one. Dirt bikes and four-wheelers, BMX. See, look at that. We're getting the longer screws in there. How's the flying lessons going? Good. I've had 8 hours now so far. If I drive to the Isle of Man, it's like 4 hours driving and then 4 hours on the ferry. Plus you've got to get there a bit early, so it could be like 9-10 hour trip. Which is going to be a bit of a... Hardcore goes starring in naughty films. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance driving that long. And I'm going to, be back and forth all the time. So, the aeroplane that I want to get is an extra 300. We've actually been looking at an extra 330 LX. And hopefully, if the dude's going to sell it to me, I can get that for next year. Right, I might have found a slight problem here. That skid plate isn't going underneath this, so right, let me get those screws in. We'll have a look at that. That might be why the cover's been breaking. Right, let's take the camera off and show you. Right, so on this one here, I never used to, but on this X-Max here, I keep breaking these corners off. Look, where are they gone? Well, in the bin probably, but look, these corners keep breaking off. It's supposed to look like that. And every time I change this, I take it off a bash and again they're snapped off. But if you look here, it's not sitting perfectly. It's bulging up, so I wonder if there's something wrong with this skid plate. So let's take it off quickly. Have a little look under there, see what's going on. Might be something under there trapping it. Is X-Max still the best basher, says Eddie? I believe it is. Some people disagree, and they can. Everyone's free to have their own opinion on stuff. But I believe it's the best basher out there all round. Do more vintage nitro. Yeah, I've got a few to do actually. Now, why is that lifting? It pushes down. Maybe. No. Well, let's screw it on and see how easy that slides back under. Are you going to start selling clothes? I'll do. If you click on the link in the description that says Game Over Clothing or something like that, you can get hold of some of these hoodies. Here, look, I've got one on now, look. Game over! Game over! I've got a few different, I've got mugs there as well and stickers and stuff. go under. Well, maybe it just needs a good old dousing of WD-40 or something like that. Well, that one's a bit rounded off. Oh well. Oh well. Right. We are looking good. I think we got the cover to put back on here for the gears. Are they impact drivers or drill? Oh, these are impact drivers. That's why I call it ugga dugga, because it goes. A lot of people prefer using this. This one here's a screwdriver, but I actually prefer the ugga dugga. I'll get more feel from the actual ugga duggering of, I don't know, right? I've always used them, and I just find them a lot, just easy for me. They're faster. I can go slow with them as well. I can go fast. I can go slow like that. Slow like that, you know, and if you really do it at the slowest setting, it stops quite easily. It doesn't really round anything off. I mean, this is probably better actually, and you can set a clutch on there. But it's not quite as fast. I don't know. I just like the ugga duggers. I just like the impacts. Right. Max 6 ESC. So he can fit in there. Just fits. Right. Give that a quick clean up on there. A bit on there. Right, back in a sec. Let me bring the microphone with me, then I can still chat with you guys. I'll stick a bit of tape on there. So what are you guys doing for the rest of the day? What is going on for the rest of the day for you people? Any of you got any RC bashing planned over the weekend or anything? Over the holidays? Hold on, get this. This stuff on there. What are you guys doing over Christmas? Are you spending time with family? Are you friends? You RCing? Are you working? What are you doing? Right. So now you can go ahead and stick that in there. Boom, like that. I see another Promoto, yeah. Got a couple of Promotos there. I just showed it a minute ago if you wind the video back. If you look, if you wind it back a little bit, I just done a little guided tour of it. This one here's got all the aluminium bits on it from Trill. Haven't tried it yet. Right, see now I've got the microphone on here. It's a bit annoying. It's just sort of there. And if I start, you know, going past it and knocking it, you know, if I'm drilling and I'm going like that, it sort of ruins the audio, doesn't it? So if I have it on here, it doesn't annoy me, and hopefully audio sounds better for you guys. Right, a bit loose. You want these to be a good fit, especially on castle. On castle, if these come loose, very high chance it's going to end up in an ESC fire. Hey, Swamp Thing 4 before Tony in the house. Merry Christmas, mate. How you doing? You finished the monster truck yet? Everyone check out Swamp Thing 4x4's channel. They make a load of YouTube videos about monster trucks. Will says Castle Cremations, that's it. Yo boy says, is RC bike worth getting? Yeah man. I'm not really into bikes, but that bike is so much fun. You want these terminals to be quite tight in there. It's not good if they rattle loose. That one's still a bit loose there. But you've got to do it bit by bit. If you go in too much in one go, you won't get it in at all. So I'm just using a 3mm wrench. That fits in there perfectly. Just give it a little wobble. It's still a bit loose, that one. That's better. That's better. Swamp Pea's nearly done. Are you still moving to the island? Yes, Dexter. I'm in the process of doing it now. Got the house all sorted now, so it's going to take a while to do it all. I'm not going to do it all in one go. It's going to take a little while. Right, so now... Oh, idiot. I've screwed that back on. I still need to get this through. Can I put you somewhere where you can see it better? Is that better like that? Yeah, right. Might be better like that actually. You can see it better. Let's get this cover off here again. I shouldn't have put this cover back on. Shouldn't have put this cover back on, but silly me did. What fans do you prefer to use on your X-Max? Do you know what? I don't really use fans because they just smash off. When you're hard bashing, fans do not last. They just smash off. So I've still yet to find a fan. If anyone knows of a decent fan that's going to take a good bashing, and they got to fit on well as well, because a lot of fans, if they don't bolt on perfectly, they're kind of bodged on and then they just fall off anyway. So I want to find a decent fan that actually survives bashing. It's always the blades that go. The blades will smash off. Jesse says RPM should make a car save us loads of time. Yeah. You say that though, not all RPM parts are good. Some RPM parts suck severely. And other RPM parts are epic. Alright, that. That's got to go. Fiddly. Fiddly all this. I want this cable to go downwards so that it doesn't. It's quite tight getting these in there. You don't want the wires really hitting on here, and they kind of do a bit. Not ideal. No. Not ideal. The wires come out in the worst place on this Max 6 really for this installation. I mean, ideally I should really move the aerial and cut this piece off of this cover. I mean, the aerial would really be better off just to come out the lid, wouldn't it really? But we are on. Oh. Game changer fans, says Chavs. Have you had any problems not using fans on the motor? I have killed motors when they get too hot, and without a fan they do get too hot quicker. So should really plug it in first and see if it works before I screw the cover back on. However, there's no connectors on here yet. Come on. Come on. Come on. On you go. Bastard. Come on. Jesus. Let's take the screws out, make it easier. Alright, in. What are you drinking? I'm drinking chicory. If you don't know what it is, look on Amazon. Best drink ever. Tony goes, it's bashing hard on RCs when it's cold. Yeah, it makes the plastic brittle. So it breaks a lot easier. Makes for better footage. That switch down there somewhere. Now we can put this cover back on. But I always cut this off because it just gets in the way when you put the Max 6 in, look. So I'll just go ahead and cut that bit off. Some people file it and grind it and make it so it works. But I've had no troubles cutting it off. It's easier to cut it off. Oh. Do they make liquid cooling things? Oh, I don't know. But you want something that's going to be reliable. You know, to me, I just try and take off as much unnecessary stuff as possible. So fans, you know, if they were reliable, I'd use them. But every time I put a fan on something, it's literally lasted like a couple of jumps and it's dead. Alright, that in there, that in there, that in there, that in there. Boom! What is the best ESC for X-Max? I use the Max 6 because it fits in there almost perfectly. I mean, a lot of people put a Max 5 in there, but they're bigger and you've got to mess around with different mounts and stuff. Oh, rounded that off. Oopsie. What? Uh-oh. Why does that not go in there? What? Why? Just... Oh, probably didn't have it lined up. Oh, idiot, look. Oh, I've got to take it off again, look. It went underneath there, that's why. Idiot! Do you have Microsoft Flight Simulator? Yeah, I just got that actually. Apparently it's really good when you're learning. Right, now, see we're on top now, before that was underneath. Was leaning towards Sledge already because I had 3S batteries. Yeah, Sledge is a really good car. I've got an upgrade video coming up soon for my Sledge actually. I'm going to put on a long wheelbase chassis. What's the conclusion on the XLX2 ESCs? I think for speed running, they're the best thing out there. But you're always running the risk of them catching fire. Oh no. I just made a mistake. Just done a boo-boo. Just done a boo-boo. Alright. Who can guess what it is? What have I done wrong? Who can guess in the comments? What have I done wrong? Nitro or electric? I like nitro is more fun, but electric you just plug it in and go. without all the messing around. So I like them both. You know, I do get sick of the messing around with nitro. Right, what have I done wrong, people? Oh no, I can do it. Cool, I forgot about that. I thought I had to do this with that cover off, but you don't. It's got holes there. Result. I didn't do it wrong. Nitro smells so good. Yeah, nitro does smell pretty good. Converted electric from nitro. I don't convert stuff. Because I've already got loads of electrics. So I've got way more electrics than I have nitro, so I don't really convert them. You can convert them. Daniel says likes and shares, guys. There you go, people. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up in the comments. Or on the button thing. Right. I think we're pretty much done. I've got to solder on some wires here. But I'm not going to bother doing that on camera because I've got to do that and not look at comments because it makes me feel bad when I'm just doing it and not reading the comments. And when I'm soldering, I'm fully indulged in soldering. It's just going to be boring watching that. Right. So, anyway, we're all good to go. Fully rebuilt. There we go. I've got a spare tyre under here, I think. Have I? Yep, got a spare X-Max wheel there. Oh, and I've got one here as well, look. Boom. There we go. So I've got 4 X-Max wheels. So all I've got to do is solder the connectors on. Then I've got to plug it in, make sure it works. And put the wheels back on and calibrate the ESC and back in action. And look, there's the servo going, look. Right, you're going to see that in action soon. If you want to see how well this servo performs, go on my main channel there and have a look at the latest X-Max video. You can see that servo in action. Right, that is it, guys. I'm going to do the off-ski now. So thank you for keeping me company. How long have we been streaming for? Oh, 2 hours. So, yeah, didn't I guess 2 hours? I did kind of guess 2 hours. I know I've got to do soldering, but that's not really including the chassis change. So, yeah, not bad. So, all that carnage, $50, maybe $60 because I put a new bottom plate on. And 2 hours work, and now it's ready to go back out and have some more fun with it. Right, love you all, guys. Thank you very much for keeping me company in the comments. And I will see you soon in another video. I've just put out a video actually on the main channel, a 3.5-hour Christmas special. It's like a compilation from a load of videos, like from the whole of this year. And that was part 1. There's going to be a part 2 in probably the new year, something like that. So head over to the main channel, check out the movie. I mean, it's 3.5 hours long, so do it when you get a bit of time. Get your popcorn ready, get your tea ready, your chicory, your beer, whatever it is. And get watching some RC Carnage. Right, guys, Merry Christmas. If I don't see you since then, I might do another live stream again. I don't know. I mean, I've got to do a bit of work on this buggy, so I might do that one live as well in a minute, actually. So let me have a bit of food. Let me finish this thing off, and then what time is it? Yeah, got enough time. I might do another live stream in an hour or so. Right, see you soon, guys. Bye bye.